All right. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning. So in last session, we started SQL injection, right? So have you tried? You got any website? Found any website which is using the Boolean functions or balancing? Hmm? How many you tried? On 5 sites with 78 different types of only 5 sites. I said if you try for 100, you'll get one or two sites. It's not that easy. Most of the websites they block this Boolean scenarios actually. All right. So today we'll go with the union-based scenario. So these methods we'll discuss. So is there any doubts from the previous topic for you guys? Hmm? Right. Right. So when it comes to the inbound SQL injection, like union-based and outbound SQL, like Boolean-based scenarios. So first you need to look out for the projection points. So union-based. Blind time-based. You have three different methods of attacks, right? So if you see in this, you need to have an idea which method to apply on the target. So how will you find that means? You need to look over for the projection points in the website and error message of the injection. So how and where to find these projection points and how to find this error message, how to find whether this target is having the vulnerability or not. Further, you need to find the parameter fields in the website. So what is parameter field in a website? Any idea? After path? No. Well, parameter fields look like this. Example, ID equal to 1, or username equal to, or category equal to, or product equal to. So I'll get here like this. Something is equal to some value. That part we called as a parameter field. So to perform this SQL injection, the first thing you need to do is finding the parameter fields in the website. Manually, it will take time. Automatically, you can do that. So manually, how to find that means you need to crawl the website. Okay, let's take an example here. So let me take an example here, which is like previously I used to do it on test PHP website. This website we used to do, but now this website is not available. So you can see parameter fields will look like this. Can you see cat equal to, right? So these are some parameter fields you find. All right. So how to find that parameter fields means you need to crawl the website. So let me pick another website. So we have this website, imagine. Going with this website now. So it's a live website I'm doing on. You should not do that directly on the live websites. We'll work out on the labs also. So this is a website you have. Okay, I think let me translate this. Let's take this a website. Imagine. So now we'll try to find the parameter fields. How? You need to crawl every page. You need to go crawl every page. So while you're crawling this, have you find a parameter field? Something is equal to some value. Can you see that? So you need to crawl in this way, or else you have a burp suit, right? You guys have a burp suit. That is in automation way. Or there are many online crawling tools exist. Try to find them. If possible, try to find the uh, parameter field. This is the website. Either you need to manually crawl the website or else you can use the tools like Bubsuit. Professional version, you have that option, not in community edition. First of all, what is crawling? I forgot to ask you. What do you guys know about the crawling? What is the meaning of a crawling? Hmm? We call this as a web spidering also. So means it is a process of discovering and mapping all the pages, links, forms, parameters, APIs, resources of a website. Exactly, extracting the web pages. So it is one of the first phase in VAPT and penetration testing, which is crawling. So crawl will help you to identify the hidden pages, input forms, get and post parameters, authentication area, sensitive files, surface of the application, all these things, right? So we need to crawl them. So after crawling, for example, if you find any website, let's take an example.com is a website. Okay. What is crawling here? Crawling is nothing but discovering and mapping all pages, links, forms, parameters, APIs of a website. So this is what we call as a crawling, right? So example, if you take like let's take this as an example, http column www.example.com. So after crawling, we'll get these things. So we found the login page, register page, admin, parameter field, users, APIs we found. So all these things. So this is what we call as a crawling. By crawling, you can able to find these parameter fields. You're getting my point? So how to find the parameter fields? By crawling the websites, discovering the files or parameters. So this is what parameter field. So among this crawling, this is a part of parameter field. So that you can find it through uh, manual crawling, like this crawling the website, clicking on one by one page, see the URL, click on this, see the URL. So you found the parameter field, right? So while you're crawling this, so but there are many pages. So for us, it will be very difficult to find. There's a basic page, it's a static page, so it is easy to find that. But you have dynamic pages which contains hundreds or thousands of web pages inside that of a website. So in that scenario, it is a bit difficult to crawl manually. It takes a lot of time. So what we guys can do is here in dashboard, when it comes to the just turn on the burp suit, just come to the new scan, click on new scan. You have a crawl option. So click on crawl. Next, so give your target URL. So for example, this is my target URL. So just copy, choose the target URL here and click on scan. So now if you see, it will scan that it will scan that pages, what it contains inside that URLs, all these things, event loggers. So either you can go in this way or else for all finished, you didn't found anything. So come to target tab, you have background, right? So here you can see the parameter fields or else. Now you can just right click on this, scan, crawl and add it again, click on scan, scan like that. Go with the deep scan, click on scan. You can see this is automation also it is performing. So here you can find the websites. It takes some time. While you are trying anything here, whatever you do, that will be loaded in this target tab. So when you click on this home, while you are doing this, you can see here it getting loaded. So here you have the parameter thing. So you can click on this parameter. So these are all the parameter fields on. So in this, you need to find like these kind of things, something equal to some value. So that value is having a data which is holded from the server side. So like this, you can crawl the website, see what other parameter fields exist. Either you can crawl the website and find it, or else you can use this automation tool. Right? So there are many other tools also exist in online. You can find them. So you need to crawl the websites. So once you're done with the crawling the website, so first find the parameter field. So you found the parameter field. Is that clear? To find the parameter field. So either you need to crawl the website manually, or else you can use some automation tools to crawl the website and find the parameter fields like this. So once you find the parameter field, check the projection point and error message. So how to find this projection point and error message means simply, can you see a projection data here, value 1? So for value 1, you have a information like email, contact, account address, dot telephone number, like this, you have some value. Let me change this value to 2 now. Just change this. So is that projecting some data here? Server is down, it says. Right. So let's try for 3. So is data getting projected? For 3 data, is that getting projected? Let's go for 4. Nothing. Means something is getting projected from the server when you change the value. For you, if you observe for 2, for 3, this is the data we have in the website. For 1, this is the data. So is there any projection? Is there any projection? Is data is getting projected or not for every value? Is getting projected. Yes. So make sure when you have a projection, right? So we have a projection. So means when you change the parameter value, the data is also getting from the database. It is getting projected from the database. It's changing the value here. Now just give a false statement like a single quote slash or something like that. So when you give this false statement, how the website is reacting? Is that throwing an error? You got SQL syntax error. Is that giving syntax error? It is giving a syntax error. So check, there is a error message also. So when the website is giving the projection, and when the website is giving the error message, then you can try for union based. Then you can try for union based attack. When there is no projection, some websites won't project the data. If you change the value, you won't change the projection data. Means the data won't change from that website. That page won't get changed. It will be the same. Even if you change in number of numbers also, it won't change. It will remain the same. Means there is no projection. And there is no error message. Sometimes remember there will be a projection and no projection scenario will be there, but no error message. So instead of error message, your website will go blank. The website will go blank. So then you can try for blind Boolean based. So we call this as blind SQL injection. So where the website will go blank. And even there won't be any projection and no error message, no blank also. So how will you test that? Means by giving a time. So if website load for 5 minutes, website load for 10 minutes, based on the website reaction, we'll extract the database. So these two are completely trial and error method. These two are completely trial and error method. And this is where you can get the exact information. So when a website is having a projection point and when websites will give the error message, then you can try for union based. When there is no projection and no error, then you can consider that as a, what you can say, blind Boolean. So website will go blank here. So at least website react as a blank here. But here at least it won't react as a blank too. Even it won't react in blank basis also. So based on the time, we can try to find them whether it is vulnerable or not. So these are the three different methods we have where to find your database, to extract the database. So we use these three different methods here. So when to perform union based, check whether the website is having the projection point error message, try for union based. When there is projection but no error, website is reacting as a blank, try for blind Boolean. When there is no projection and no error message, even website is not going blank, then try for blind time base. Is that clear? Is that clear? Right. So now today we'll go with the union test. So how to perform the union test, we'll learn today. So first we'll go with the union based SQLi. So the first step in union based you have to do is balancing. So what are the balancing things we have? What are the balancing points we have here? I told you in last session. Single quote, double quote, space, single quote, close brace, and double quote, close brace. So this is the balancing sources, right? So first we'll go with the balancing scenario. So let's check. This is where we found the parameter. So we do have the projection and we do have the error message. Yes. Right. So now first go with the balancing. Balancing means we need to know whether they use the single quote or double quote. You getting my point? We need to know whether they are using the single quote or double quote. So how will you find that? Means simple. I'm going to use single quote and I'm going to use a statement called order by. So you know what is order by here? So if you see, order by is to find the columns exist on the database. So the website, whatever the database the website is using to identify that columns, we use these statements. So simple. If you observe this last time we did the balancing scenarios, right? Do you remember the balancing and comment out scenario? Do you remember the balancing and comment out scenarios? So that is the method we do here. So if you see here, where here we are just performing the ID equal to kind of thing. Example consider. So if developer use the double quote, okay. So your value is like this, ID equal to one it is representing. So the one is projecting the data from the database actually. So this was balanced using the double quote, single quote, we don't know, right? So how to identify that means, so simply I'm giving the single double quote order by 1000. So 1000, why 1000 means most of the website they won't have 1000 columns. No database or table will have the more than 1000 or 10,000 columns. So randomly we are giving that number. So let's try 10,000 column numbers and hyphen plus indicates as a space here. So this plus is making a balancing out. So the right side part is getting completely balanced and only this part should get executed. So if this is true, means if the database is using the double quote, this statement is going to be executed. So what is this statement? Order by statement is used for finding the columns, finding the columns in the database. So I'm saying there are 10,000 columns. So what error it has to be throw for me? It should say as unknown column. It should say as a unknown column. What if I give a single code here? Is that getting commented out and is that getting balanced? Is this getting balanced? No.
No.
No. If you observe, this statement is not going to execute and it is not getting commented out if you observe. It is not getting commented out at all. So you see, let's do some random data. So if I balance that properly, now if you see this part is getting commented out and this is going to be executed as a statement and this is balanced. So how I am identifying they're using the single quote, double quote or not means simply I'm giving the single quote order by statement, right? And hyphen plus. So if this statement is true, if single quote is true, obviously order by statement will execute and this part will get balanced out. If not, this will throw an error. This will throw an error. Got it? So that is what I'm trying here. So I found a parameter field. So first I'm trying with the double quote order by some 10,000 columns hyphen plus enter. What am I getting? What is error? I got a syntax error. I'm getting the syntax error. Yes. Right. So means is this statement got executed? Is this statement got executed here? No, because they're not using the single quote. Let me go with the double quote. Let me go with the single quote. Order by. No. Single quote is also not working. Let me go with the space. Space is working. But you got an error. Unknown column 10,000. That means is this statement got executed? Is this statement got executed? guys able to follow me? First, I'm doing the balancing. How I'm balancing that? I don't know what developer used. Remember, I don't know what developer used here, right? So this is the data it is reflecting on the URL. So now it is blindly reflecting like this. So now I need to check, are they using the single quote? Are they using the space? Are they using the double quote? Are they using the single quote close brace? Are they using the double quote close brace? I need to find them. So how? Just I'm using the single quote. First I'm checking with the single quote and I'm using a statement called order by. So order by. So what is this order by statement? So what is this order by in SQL? So order by clauses in SQL is used to sort the result set of query in either ascending or descending order. So it is placed at the very end of your SQL statement. So to identify the columns, right? So same I'm implementing here. So I'm saying that man, 1,000 columns exist. I'm asking hyphen plus. Now can you see? Is this getting executed in general? This is syntax error. It is not getting commented out. It is not considered as a statement. That it's throwing an error. Why? Because due to improper balance. What if I do a proper balance now? The statement is getting executed. So I'm asking 1,000 columns are there. Obviously, your server saying no, there is no 1,000 columns. That means this statement got executed. So if this statement is getting executed, that means this is got balanced or not. Is this got balanced or not? It got balanced. If this statement is getting balanced, the statement is working means it got balanced here. If you're not properly balanced this statement will get an error. You can see it is not considering as a statement, it is considering as a text. And this is not getting commented out if you observe. So when you properly balance that, this statement is getting executed and this statement is getting commented out. Same here also. So now what they are using? What they are using? They are using space. Got my point? They are using the space here. So you can code out on the order by some 10,000. So 10,000 by how given means max. You don't have 10,000 columns, right? So what is the balancing here? What is the balancing statement? Space, right? Right. So after balancing, the next thing is we have to find how many columns exist. So for that, we are going to use order by statement only, right? So how will you do that? Simple. I have given 1,000 columns, right? Now make it to 10. So what it says for 10? Unknown column means no 10 columns. Let it make it to 5. Unknown 5 column. Let make it to 2. For 2 data is loading. For 2 data is loading. Data is loading. Let's try for 3. For 3 also data is loading. For 4, what do you got? For 4, you're getting unknown column. Means how many columns exist?
3.
3 column numbers. You got my point? You guys able to follow me? You guys able to follow me? Yes. So how many column numbers exist? 4 column numbers exist here, right? So now mention that. First you found the balancing, then find number of columns. So how many number of columns we have? 4, 3. So 3 column numbers exist, right? So once you find the column numbers, next you need to see which column number is getting projected. Getting my point? So we have to find out which column numbers are getting projected. So for that, we are going to use the union select statement. So we're going to use union select statement. So simple, remove the order by now. Go for union select. How many column numbers we have? 3. So 1, 2, 3, hyphen, hyphen, plus. So this is what we need to check. So simple, remove the order by statement now. So order by is to find the column numbers. So we found how many column numbers are exist? 3 column numbers are exist. So once you found that column numbers exist, so which column number is getting projected? For that you need to use the union select 1 comma 2 comma 3 hyphen hyphen plus enter. So is there any column number getting projected? It has to project a column number. If it is not projecting the column number, now what you have to do is, can you see the parameter value? So just negative that parameter value. So when you negative the parameter value, you can see the column number which is getting projected. So among 1, 2, 3, which column number is getting projected here? 3, right? So in that 3, just execute the statements. Ask for database. You got what is a database? You found the database. So this is the database. That's it. You found the vulnerability. You found the vulnerability here. So simple. After finding which column number is getting projected, after finding which column numbers are getting projected, what we have to do? So using column number which are getting projected, we need to use those column numbers to project data from database. That is what we can do. So simply you can use this statement. You can't run it on 1 and 2. Why? Because 1 and 2 is not vulnerable columns. Only third column is vulnerable. So we use that vulnerable column and we project the data. Correct? You guys able to follow me? It will be simple compared to blind Boolean and blind time based. Union is very simple, but you need to make sure to implement that in a proper way. Steps to steps, you need to understand that. So first you need to balance. Second, we need to identify the column numbers. Then we need to identify the projection numbers. Then through that projection numbers, we need to extract the database. So that is what we do. So you can give the database or else you can give some other things also. I'll give that scenario here. Just a second. So just I'm sharing some statements which you can write on the projected column numbers. In the chart, I have given that. So in this position, when you found the projected column numbers, right? So there you can inject these statements. Got it? So this is how you can perform the union based. See, I'm not extracting the database because I'm not having any permission. So you need to extract the database. Just finding the database is more enough. No one will ask you to enter into the database, get the database name, columns, rows, all these things. So not required. So finding the database, reporting that is more enough. And without their acknowledgement, without their permission, if you're extracting the database data also, means like the tables, column, rows, username, passwords of from the database, that is completely offensive. So they can sue you literally. Even if you are a pen testing provider also, you need to just find the database more enough. So you can find the database, you can find the version of your database. So you can see what database version they're using. So you can do all these things. Got it? Is that clear? Right. So first, what I did, first I went for balancing. So make sure, try to follow these steps. So first I went for the balancing. I've balanced the service. Then find the how many columns exist. Then which column number is getting projected. And through that projected column number, we are extracting the data. Got it? Is that clear?
Yes.
So I'll give a website. See, sometimes they may use the firewalls also. So now they block this union select statements. They block the union select statements. So how will you find them? So you have SQL WAF bypassing techniques. So if you visit this website, You can see if you scroll down, you'll get all these statements. So what happening exactly here means, if you see you have HTML, there will be URL encoders. So they use this technique, attackers. So what they do is they use this URL encoding techniques. So for example, let's take start up URL encoders. W3 school. So if you see, just they replace the characters. I'm using the union, right? So U means it's uppercase U, lowercase u, you need to check. So percentile 55. So what I'll do is I'll just use this method. So instead of union, so this is union select, right? But in union position, I'm going with percentile NION select. So for your firewall, it won't look like a union. For the firewall, it won't look like a union. It look like a percentile 55. But for your server, it looks like a union. Server can decode. Firewall can't decode that. Why? Because firewall will have a input, right? So input like union select only. So it will check this input. It don't know what is this one. But your server knows that union, when it is encoded, the HTML encode scenarios will be understand with the firewall. Sorry, understand by your server, not by your firewalls. So like that, we replace the characters with the encoders. Got my point? So we encode them and we can bypass this method. So like that, there are many bypassing techniques we have. So I can use them. So these things, percentile slash stars are union stars, like this one, or sometimes database will be bypassed. So here I use the database, right? So this will say as a 403 forbidden. So when you get the statement as a 403, consider that exists, but you are not an authorized person. So I use these kind of encoders. So I'll replace this. So way to bypass the firewalls. So like that, we need to use the bypassing techniques also. So some websites won't allow like this. They'll block you. So to overcome from that, you need to go with the encoding techniques. So try to use the encoding techniques. Try to go with the URL encode, give your statements or databases or whatever you have. Make sure encode them and give that to the input. Correct? Is that clear?
Yes.
Right. So I have downloaded that SQLi Labs, everyone. Have you gone through the SQLi installation? Everyone. Yesterday we shared that video how to set up the SQL Labs. If not, just do set up the SQLi Labs. Simple. How to do? Just open your Kali. Is anyone done? Everyone done with that, right? SQL Labs. Is anyone not done with the lab installation? Hmm? You're getting the labs? Have you tried? చెక్ చేసుకున్నారా వస్తుందా చందన you did that Dinesh you're getting the lab access can able to see that yeah fine so if you're getting that means fine so you hosted it on the Metasploitable server only right so just let me take that 192.168.1.23/SQL live so I have the labs right so you need to solve the first four lessons So first lesson I'll show you just. So what they mentioned, please input ID the parameter. So we don't have any parameter fields in this website. We can manually add the parameter fields like question mark ID equal to 1. That is what they mentioned. Can you see that? Please input ID as a parameter. So ID as a parameter with the numeric value. So with the numeric value. Enter. So now you have a parameter field. Now you have a parameter field. So what is the first step? Tell me, what is the first step? So you find the parameter fields. So what is the first step?
Balancing.
No, first you need to check which method to implement. Is that union, blind boolean, or blind time based? How will you find? So first check projection point. So for one, this is the data. Let me change to 2. Data is changing. You're getting the value 2 data. You're getting the value 3 data. Means there is a projection. Is that projection happening or not? For
Yeah.
one, data is getting projected. For two, the data is getting projected. For three, the data is changing and 3 value data is projecting. So it has a projection point. Then let's give a false statement like slash or anything. You have an error. So which method to perform? Hmm? Union, right? So we need to select for the union. So let's go with first method in union based, which is balancing. So let's go with the single quote order by some 10,000 hyphen plus. So what I'm getting? Unknown column. That means, is this statement true or false? Is that statement true or false? Is that balancing happened or not? What happened? How will you balance? How will you check the balance? So first you'll check double quote. Imagine I'm going with double quote now. Order by 10,000 hyphen plus I'm using. So if this statement is true, if balancing is happened, this statement will get executed. This statement will get executed. At that time, what you'll get the output as unknown. If this statement is false, obviously this statement won't get executed and it won't get commented out. So it will throw an error. So what am I getting here? Is that showing unknown column? No. Is that showing any error? No. That means it's not properly balanced. So let me go with single quote order by. So what you are getting here? Syntax error. Let me go with the space order by. No error. Just a second. Right. So now you can see. So is that got balanced? So it
Yeah.
says 1,000 columns or not exist. Unknown column 1,000. Unknown column 1,000 means this statement got executed,
Yeah.
right? సో సింపుల్ ఇక్కడ అర్థం చేసుకోండి. జస్ట్ ఐ టెల్ దెమ్ ఇన్ తెలుగు వన్స్. సో ఇక్కడ అర్థం చేసుకోండి ఏంటంటే ఇక్కడ మనం బ్యాలెన్సింగ్ ఎలా చేస్తున్నామంటే ఇక్కడ సింగిల్ కోట్, డబుల్ కోట్, ఓపెన్ బ్రేస్ ఇవన్నీ చెక్ చేసుకుంటూ రావాలి. సో అది కరెక్టా కాదని ఎలా చేస్తున్నామంటే వీఆర్ గివింగ్ ఏ స్టేట్మెంట్. ఒక ఆర్డర్ బై స్టేట్మెంట్ ఇస్తున్నాం. ఆర్డర్ బై స్టేట్మెంట్ అనేది హౌ మెనీ కాలమ్స్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అనేది తెలుసుకోవడానికి. సో ఆబ్వియస్‌గా మనకు ఏ డేటాబేస్‌లో గాని, ఏ టేబుల్‌లో గాని 1000, 10,000 కాలమ్స్ ఉండవు. సో 10,000 కాలమ్స్ లేనప్పుడు అదేం చెప్తుందంటే అన్‌నోన్ కాలమ్ నంబర్ అని చెప్తుంది. సో నేను ఈ కాలం నెంబర్స్ ఉన్నాయని అడుగుతున్నా, 1000 కాలం నెంబర్ ఉందా అని అడుగుతున్నా. సో లేదని చెప్తుంది అంటే నేను అడిగినప్పుడు అది ఆన్సర్ ఇస్తుంది అంటే ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్ కరెక్ట్ అయినట్టే కదా. అంటే నేను ఇచ్చిన స్టేట్మెంట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అయినట్టే కదా. అంటే ఇక్కడ బ్యాలెన్సింగ్ జరిగినట్టే కదా. ఇప్పుడు ఒకవేళ ఇక్కడ బ్యాలెన్సింగ్ జరగలేదు, డబుల్ కోట్ బ్యాలెన్సింగ్ జరగలేదు, ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవుతుందా? నాకు ఇలా అన్నోన్ కాలం అని చెప్తుందా? అది చెప్పదు. అర్థమవుతుందా? సో ఆ బ్యాలెన్సింగ్ అనేది మనం ఈ బేసిస్లో చేస్తున్నాం. సో వీఆర్ చెకింగ్ దట్ బై గివింగ్ ఏ ఫస్ట్ సింగిల్ కోట్ ఆర్డర్ బై 1000 hyphen place. I'm saying that. So it says unknown column 1000. 1000 columns are not exist is set. That means it got balanced, right? So next, what we need to check, how many columns exist. So how? Making it to 10. 10 columns not exist. Let's making it to 5. 5 columns not exist. Let's making it to 3. For 3, data is getting projected. Means how many columns exist? Let's check for 4. 4 is also unknown column. So how many columns exist?
3.
How many columns? 3. Run it. So after that, which column number is getting projected? How will you see that? Union, select 1, 2, 3, hyphen, plus enter. So it is not projecting. What I said, when it is not getting projected, the column number, negative the parameter. When you negative the parameter, you can see the reflected column numbers here. So among 1, 2, 3 column numbers, which are the column numbers getting projected here? 2 and 3. So in these two positions, you can execute the statements like database, enter. So you got the database name. What is the database name? So in 2 position, I'll try to ask version. You got the version. So this is what union based. Is that clear?
Yes.
Everyone. Right. So your task is complete this 4 labs. So lesson 1, 2, 3, and 4. So nothing difference here. It's single quote, double quote, single open brace, double close brace, like that we have. So try to complete this 4 labs. I need the documentation on this 4 labs, and I'll give a live website for you. So this website is having SQL injection, but you have a firewall blocking. So find them. So I have given some. So take this website as your target. Crawl the website, find the parameter fields, check which method is applicable, and then go for that method. So mostly union based, you have try union based. But the drawback with this website is it is using the WAF. So union statement will be blocked. So you can use this balancing methods. Got it? Or you can find some other balancing methods also, like encoding methods. So will you do that? Sign it. You have Saturday and Sunday 2 days of time. So do practice on union based by completing all these four labs in SQL injection. Uh, Take a screenshot of each lab, finding the database and whatever the statements you want to run that. Again, I need the database of these four license and as well as the database of this website. Got it? And even this website also. So I'm giving two live websites for you. We'll see if you find it or not. So this website is not contains any encoding. Find it. So just share the two websites in the group, Dinesh, and just take the screenshot of this. Will you do that? The two live websites and four labs. Right? Any doubts? Do that. I'll give time for you. So do work out on this. So can we connect tomorrow? Possible? You guys are available tomorrow?
I'm not.
You're not available. Paramveer, you are available there tomorrow?
No, sir.
Not available. Okay. All right. So we'll connect on Monday only then. So on Monday we'll complete the blind boolean and blind time based. After that, I'll go for a post based scenario. I'll explain the post based of this method also. Union based post method also we'll discuss, and then we'll go for blind boolean, blind time based, and then I'll go for automation testing. So it will be around two more sessions, 2 to 3 sessions will be there on SQL. So do practice on these things, everyone. So I hope you understand the method, right? So this is my approach. It will be more easy for you. I didn't make more complex here. Just as a initial, understand how the things work. So try to go for balancing. Try to understand what balancing thing. Last session I explained that, and then find column numbers. Then see which column numbers are getting projected. Through that column numbers, try to extract the database. Okay. So just do on the two live websites if possible. All right. So we'll stop it here for today. We'll continue in the next session. So I'm not going with blind boolean, blind time based now. Be perfect in union based, then we'll start the blind boolean and blind time based. There is no hurry for me. Just do that, just to learn union based first. So do complete the task, understand. Again, we'll discuss on the topic. We'll recall that on Monday and we'll start blind Boolean and blind time based. Okay. Any doubts? All right. So we'll stop it here for today. We'll continue the remaining in the next session. So thank you everyone. Thank you for joining this session. Have a
Thank
great day. See you on Monday.